Okay, how's everybody doing? Up late doing some gaming, thought I'd watch a few videos, and came across this shit. Check this out.
I don't know what it's going to take for 78 million Americans to deal with what motivated them to make this choice. And the choice that they've made, we have to just be honest, is to literally throw the Republic into the trash bin. And this is just one example. The tariffs is another, right? They made the choice. Now, what was behind it? We have to grapple with it. Because it's the snake, it's the beast coiled up in the heart, the bosom of the country, as Frederick Douglass said. And the fact that they are doubling down on this shows you what kind of human beings they actually are.
Say more.
We chose a felon who is more interested in loyalty, who's more interested in retribution, who's more interested in grift than in democracy. And we chose a felon because we didn't want to elect a black woman.
Okay.
So to read that, to actually explicate that, is to say we would rather destroy the Republic than for that to have happened. And until we grapple with it, there's no amount of protesting I could do. There's no amount of resistance that could come into play to actually force 78 million people to grapple with what motivated them to put themselves in this position.
Oh boy. What a fucking idiot. I can't believe this shit. Yeah, your race card's been declined, dude. And no, we don't accept the victim card here either. You know, no wonder kids are coming out of college dumber than when they went in if they hire professors like this. Jesus Christ. Oh, God. I don't have nobody's got a problem with electing a black woman, just not that one. I mean, shit, the whole time she was vice president, what'd she do? Two things. One, she ran her mouth off about stupid shit. Those school bus, and the second thing, she cackled about everything that she said. That's all she ever did. Was just sit there and say stupid shit the entire time. So, Jesus H. Christ. I can't believe that asshole said that shit. Really, dude? God. I mean, if I was in that position, I would have went in there like, oh God, okay, how old's the crypt keeper? God, something's gonna happen here, and I need to be ready because I'm gonna wind up running this shit show myself. Fuck, yeah, you know that was one of the reasons why they say she lost the election. She didn't have enough time to campaign. No, the whole time in office, I would if it had been me since day one, I would have been working on shit because I'm like, God, what is he? I mean, he falls down the stairs when he's going up them. He gets lost. I mean, hell, he gets lost in a bathroom stall. It's not looking good, dude. You need to fucking be ready. She had all those years to do shit and she didn't do a goddamn thing. Fuck. Oh my god. This, the sheer stupidity of the left is just mind blowing. It really is. What else is he saying here? We felt that whiteness was under threat in the country. Yeah, but not from you guys, from the shit you make, maybe from the shit you guys do.
Well, Brett Cooper, we're so excited to have you on the show. You have
Quit. This is fucking unbelievable. What else we got here? I mean, God, she had all that time to prepare and she didn't do a damn thing. Oh, what's this? Okay.
think highly of Biden. People always think I'm like so critical just because I think he needed to step aside and give someone else a chance. He does start to come off, the more we're learning, like I alone can fix it. It almost comes off Trumpian.
And it was late also.
Well, but he should have
late.
done it sooner.
Right,
If he had after the debate, that would have given someone enough runway to actually run a winning campaign.
Well, I would say the learning lesson here is listen to the voters, because one thing that really pissed me off as an independent, and I was one of the people that sat here and said after seeing President
Not when your
Biden, I voted for
nominee is a
Biden. I
total
really like
fucking
Biden.
tard.
I actually have been happy with him, and I would have voted for him if he continued to run. But I did look at him and think, I think maybe you do need to step aside. And now the rumors that we're hearing starting to make sense. And what happened is everyone said, you're disloyal if you say that. Shut up and fall in line. And that's why people want to be independents these days, because partisan politics, they lie. It was the Democratic Party that made that choice that said, you're betraying him if you call it like you see it. And the point of 4 years.
Okay.
It wouldn't have mattered. It wouldn't. Her whole it doesn't matter how much fun she has. She was an idiot. I mean, do you guys not understand that? Oh, God. Anyway. You know, all these damn protests and shit, and yeah, they've been saying, oh, fascists, Nazis, and this and that. That's another reason. You know, enough with the defamation, dude. Quit calling us fucking names, all right? Only thing you're doing is showing everybody that you're a sore fucking loser. I like this.
I think that at the heart of my philosophy is much more libertarianism than well, that's the fashionable word these days, I guess. A conservative is no longer just that. He's a libertarian. Well, always has been. Because how do we call a liberal? You know, someone very profoundly once said many years ago that if fascism ever comes to America, it'll come in the name of liberalism. And what is fascism? Fascism is private ownership, private enterprise, but total government control and regulation. Well, isn't this the liberal philosophy? The conservative, so-called, is the one that says, less government, get off my back, get out of my pocket, and let me have more control of my own destiny.
Right? I am just so sick of these idiots. I really am. Oh, this is awesome. Charlie Kirk and the Turning Point thing.
Just let you know.
Yeah.
Hey! Hey! Wow!
Fucking cowards wearing it.
Hey, get the cops here! Get the cops!
Just hit a woman. What the fuck is wrong with you idiots? God damn.
We've been talking about this. There's a brand new book. It's called Fight, and it gives a behind.
No. Man, that's just fucking ridiculous. It really is, people. See if I can find anything else more interesting on here. Actually. Okay, yeah, here's a deal on that.
Tonight, a confrontation at a UC Davis event on campus
turned violent and is now under investigation.
Take a look. It happened on campus yesterday afternoon, and a Yolo County elected leader says it appears to be a coordinated assault at a Turning Point USA event. As ABC 10's Garshpal Sangha reports, the incident is sparking outrage and getting widespread attention.
A disturbing scene unfolded on UC Davis's campus Thursday afternoon as a confrontation between a conservative speaker and counter-protesters turned violent, now being investigated by UC Davis police.
There's never a place for that kind of intimidation or violence on a university campus.
Beth Bourne is with Moms for Liberty, and she is also a UC Davis employee. She walked into the fray holding a sign. As the video shows, she was assaulted while trying to engage with the crowd, which mostly wore masks.
I wanted to go there with my signs. Not believing in gender ideology is not hate. Someone reached out and grabbed my sign, and then as I kind of reached in to get my sign back, I think I got hit with an umbrella. And then as I turned away, someone punched me in the back of the head.
UC Davis, the Quad. Turning Point USA advocates for conservative politics on college campuses. The UC Davis chapter invited activist Brandon Tatum to host a Prove Me Wrong event. It turned violent. The group's co-founder Charlie Kirk shared the confrontation video on X, and it was shared by Elon Musk.
It was kind of surreal for me to be assaulted. I'm not used to that.
Timothy Blank, another attendee who was in the red hat and black t-shirt, was also caught in the violence.
I put out my arms and I tried to block them, and they just plowed through us and pummeled us. I got hit in the face at least 2 times.
Blank believes this incident is a part of a troubling trend at UC Davis.
This is not the first time this has happened. This happens every single time. Every single time a conservative comes on campus, the same crew comes out to try to stop the event.
And Bourne adds she was interviewed by the FBI regarding this incident. The university adds that they're committed to free expression and an open dialogue on campus. Reporting from UC Davis, Garshpal
on campus, the same crew to try to stop the event.
And Bourne adds she was interviewed by the FBI regarding this incident. The university adds that they're committed to free expression and an open dialogue on campus.
Right there. This one 5 days ago.
McGill University in Montreal, Canada has been overrun by Islamists, with the student intifada taking over classrooms and common areas on campus. This was not a peaceful takeover by any means, with the protesters physically blocking students from entering their classrooms. It's no surprise that anti-Trump protesters aren't very smart, but footage from the hands-off protests across America over the weekend has exposed just how dumb these demonstrators are. Like this protester who held up a sign berating Trump for being a fascist, but turns out he doesn't even know what a fascist is.
So what makes Trump a fascist? What makes Trump a fascist?
He does things without
You gotta talk loud. I don't have my mic on.
I'm not really good into interviews. Stuff like that.
Sorry?
He just does everything he wants, and not following laws or he's a convicted felon. That's all I know.
But your sign says he's a fascist, and I'm just curious what makes him a fascist.
And to make matters worse, when asked why he was at the protest, he simply said, because he saw people hanging out.
Oh, okay. So what brings you guys out here today?
Just because I saw people were hanging out with people from...
Yeah, same thing as everyone else, executive overreach.
Online commentators were in hysterics over the footage, with this person saying, They're soliciting mentally ill and mentally inept people to protest for things they know nothing about. Democrats are the bane of America.
Nobody's touching Social
And it seems
Security,
like the
nobody's
organisers
touching
couldn't
Medicare.
secure the numbers they were hoping for, so they decided to bus in Islamist protesters dressed in full garb to the Washington, D.C. protest. Shockingly, there was such little interest in the protests, the organisers were forced to pay people to march.
I was one of the paid protesters at the April 5th
You know what everybody's gonna say?
liberal
"Oh, you're
protests.
lying."
And so I just wanted to come on and talk about my experience, what I had to do to get paid, and how much I got paid. So there were two kind of parts to it. The first was obviously just showing up. They gave me like a time and a place and told me to look for a girl with blue hair and a nose ring, which like I thought would be really hard because I thought like everyone was gonna look like that, but luckily she was the only one. It was really easy to find her. So yeah, that was good. I checked in. They told you that you couldn't wear anything MAGA. They also asked you not to wear red, so I just wore a black t-shirt and jeans. And yeah, I checked in, and then they said just like go on the march, and then at the end there would be like a questionnaire to answer.
And these Elon Musk haters were left speechless after being asked to explain why the billionaire is a Nazi.
What? This is Elon Musk. It's supposed to be Elon, right? What makes him a Nazi?
Well, did you see his Hitler salute? His Hitler salute.
All right. Anything else? Anything else?
His background, if you go study his personal history, which is really interesting, you'll see for yourself like what his history reveals about himself and who he is and what he believes, and it comes from a lot of his family.
But this is him giving the. This is painting him as a Nazi. I'm just curious, what makes him a Nazi?
That's right. And your face is associated with that.
Right? Yeah.
Well, he's pretty self-declared that by his salutes.
He self-declared himself as a Nazi? I don't think so.
Well,
That's Elon Musk doing the Hitler salute, right? Right? That's what that's supposed to be.
And this young protester had a lot of opinions for someone who self-proclaims as politically unengaged.
15.
yeah, I just turned 15.
And feel like you're politically engaged?
Not much, but more than I want to be. I feel like it's not, do you want
He doesn't identify as a
right
protester.
wing or left wing? It's do you want a good government or a country that's in ruins, or a world in ruins? Like it's not about your ideals anymore. It's about, do you care about yourself? Do you care about the government? Do you care about people? Yeah.
Is there anything that you know about that this government is doing that particularly gets under your skin?
I think kind of firing all of the government workers, because the government can't do its job, and I bet some of those government workers aren't coming back.
And this woman realized she shot herself in the foot with her sign a little too late.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Angry leftists spent the weekend working out their Trump and Musk derangement syndrome in public in a collective therapeutic protest. Oh look, mask wearers, outside, in 2025. Color me shocked. What exactly are these people upset about?
He's trying to be king of America. There's no kings in America. Everybody, we're equal. And the fact that he's trying to change what we have known for hundreds of years is pissing me off.
Profound.
The right wing has been attacking voting rights for quite a while, and we kind of need voting rights if we're going to be a democracy.
The hilarious irony of cutting to a flag of a country that canceled their elections and refuses to have them. When he says voting rights, I can only assume he means voter ID, which is supported by a huge majority of the country, by the way.
There's something that every single person in America cares about that these people are attacking.
A nationwide movement of people.
Oh, no big deal. Just another trans protester casually threatening violence.
I think it's important, especially as a woman and a person of color, to show up.
Yeah, that's nice. You're a woman of color. We get it. But why? Why didn't the news crew interview these penguins? I'm going to guess.
This is just fucking insane. Okay, let's see if I can find this real quick. Jesus Christ. So I saw this, I was like, what the? I'm not seeing it, so I'm going to wrap this up anyway and jump into my game stream, my Scream stream actually, and play some horror games here. I am not finding what. Damn it. I thought that might have been it for a minute. I mean, if I can explain what I saw. I mean, this was just nuts. Literally nuts. There's somebody walking down the street on these protests with some costume that had a big old vagina down between his legs, and the head of it was a big old pecker. And he's sitting there like stopping, he's bending down and shoving his head in there, and yeah. I just don't know what the fuck people are thinking when they do these things. I mean, it's funny as hell, though. I mean, God. Maybe we're better off if I don't find it. I mean, shit. People, they're fucking sick. And yeah, it looks like I'm not gonna be able to find it. Thank God. All right, well, I'm out here. I'm jumping off. I'm gonna start my game stream here in a little bit, and hope to see you guys in. Bye.